Our second defensive priority is to pressure the basketball. So let's say the basketball, and I'm going to put it in the middle of the floor right now just because it's going to be easier to show. So let's say the basketball is there and there's a defender guarding that player. The person guarding the basketball can guard the basketball in three distances. You can be up real close, we call that body. Or you can be 1 arm's length away, or you can sag or gap. All right, so you have 3 distances in which you can guard the basketball. Now, this player is square to the basket or square to the rim. So we now have 7 angles. We have 7 angles. 1 is square, and that's where these players are here. All right, 1 is square. Or if we want to force or send the basketball to the left side, we can either do it by shade over here, shade. We can do it by influencing over here, influence, or we can do it by forcing. So we have 3 angles on this side of the ball. All right, we can shade, we can influence, or we can force. And if we go back the other direction, this is square, this is shade, that's influence, and that's force. So we've got 7 total angles around the basketball. 7 total angles. Force, influence, shade, square, shade, influence, force. 7 angles. And at every one of those angles, we have 3 distances. You can be on body, you can sag, you can be an arm's length away, or we also call it touch distance. 7 times 3 is 21. We refer to guarding the basketball or pressure basketball. If we tell our players they are in D21, then what they're expected to do is guard the ball in any one of those angles or any one of those distances. And they have to figure out what is their most successful defense against the offense, or figure out what the offensive player absolutely hates or despises. If they hate guarding you real close on the body and sending you to your left-hand side, do they hate it most if it's just a shade or an influence or a force, whichever it is? And depending on where you are on the floor might also depend on whether or not you're in a shade, influence, or force. If the ball's in the corner and you want to keep the ball in the corner, you may want to be in a force situation. That just keeps the basketball in the corner. Anyways, D21. That's a great way to defend the basketball, put pressure on the ball. D21.